Hi, folks. Welcome to QuoteShack. My name is Raj, and I'm the founder of the QuoteShack. QuoteShack is a fintech app that's mainly deals with loans, mortgages, uh, and other financial products. So the main thing that QuoteShack does, it helps people to find financial institution based on their uh, financial metrics. So, in simple, it is if somebody is looking for a loan or mortgage, then they can land to CodeShack and they can find the institution that suits with their credit or with their financial condition. So this way, it will help people to understand or to know which financial institution they are more uh, able to get finances rather than running to all different kinds of financial institution or to agents. If they come to CodeShack, they can check it out, they can apply, and they can find it out which institution would be best or appropriate for them. And we are launching the application very soon. And our CodeShack application has got two parts. One is B2C and one is B2B. But today we will be discussing about the B2B part. So let's start. So we will describe a little bit about the B2B part. So we know that centralizing leads for most of the financial institutions or for any institution, centralizing leads can help help the institution to grow faster. So here we at CodeShack, what we do, we centralize leads and at the same time convert them into loan application. Means you can get more done faster. So if you use CodeShack, you can generate leads and which helps to remove frauds as well as reduce credit from applications. So more or less we have got three different things or four different ways we can help a finance institution. First is collaborate in one place. Like we our CodeShack can help getting leads and loan application in one place. So if a financial institution can get all their leads and loan applications at one place, it will save time and increases the chances of closing uh, at a higher rate. So, for example, I have worked in different finance institutions, and I saw that most of the finance institution they collect lead from one part and they follow up with the lead from that platform, and they come to their application portal and they create application from that portal. So that wastes time as well as delays things up. So if both the things can be done from the one platform, it will save time as well as it can help push the application and more chances of closing the application rather than pending or rather than any delay. So the second is keep projects on pace. So if the lead and the loan applications comes at one place, it's easy to track for the management and it's also help finish the deal faster on time. Like for example, if you're dealing with multiple platforms, then the things would be slow and it's difficult to track. Either I have seen many institutions, they what they do, they collect the leads from the platform, they go to the lending platform, they create applications over there, and they follow a track. They use another platform to track all those applications. So it's just like a waste of time as well as it delays things up. So our target is to bring everything at one place. That's when from CodeShack you can collect lead, you can uh, convert those leads into application as well as you can process your loan application from that very place. So the third thing is centralizing information. So in CodeShack, all informations and documents are collected from one single source. So as a result of that, it reduces the chances of fraud and the credit risk. And the last thing is communication and document uploading. So at CodeShack, we connect the lead or the loanee from the workspace, making it easy for the lender or the finance institution to interact and collect documents instantly. Like I have seen in my practically when I was working in different finance institution, I have seen like there is no such platform where the the loanee or the applicant or the lead can go and upload their documents. Mainly what they does, we used to collect documents via email and then push it to the platform, then upload those documents to the platform and then send it to the departments for verification or for supporting documents for the approval of the loan. So that also it's like a waste of time when we were collecting documents. For example, like I need to collect documents from some person. I have to email or I have to do phone calls and ask them or request them if they can email us the required documents. So that's a lengthy process. So what we are doing in CodeShack is like we are giving you everything at one platform. That's mean from the platform you can communicate like you're gonna have a Dropbox, and from there you can select what documents you want. You just select it and you can send it submit it from there. And on the other side, the applicant or the loanee or the lead, whatever you call, they will get a notification, and at the same time you can also send a communicate by sending a message to the loanee or the applicant or the lender or the lead instantly the lead or the loanee or the applicant can upload the documents instantly. You're going to get the documents on your portal. So that means the the lead or the applicant will upload from their dashboard and it will come to your dashboard. The lenders or the financial institution can download it and can use it. So let's jump into more details how our system should work. What are the processes? How is the process? So let's visualize our current process. It's a very simple. So this is our CodeShack website. From there, a loanee or the lead will sign up. They can start the application, their regular loan application, and as they start the application, it will go to the processing, and the processing from the processing, it's gonna come to admin pool. And as the loanee signs up, it will he or she will automatically get a dashboard. And the same thing goes with the lender. When the lender signs up in our CodeShack website, they will get the lender dashboard, and the lender dashboard is directly connected with the admin pool. And the admin pool comes from the processing of the loan directly to the admin pool. That the admin pool is more of like all the applications are over there. Those are already been processed, already been verified, and everything is done. That's mean in the admin pool, whatever application is being viewed by the lender or the finance institution will be ready to fund. They can just verify. They can verify the application. They can verify everything, or everything would be up to date over there. And from there, they can go ahead and they can go for the funding. So it will save time as well as it will make the process faster, almost 5x times. So let's go to our next slide. So it's more in details about the QuoteShack pool. So we will go one by one whose dashboard will have what kind of features. So the first is the loanee dashboard. The loanee, who are the loanee for us? The loanee or the lead or the applicant can be an employed, can be a self-employed, can be a business owner like a corporation or any kind of institution, non-profit organization, or a university student. So when a loanee comes in, the loanee signs up, and he comes to the dashboard. He or she goes with the application process. In the application, the loanee or the applicant or the lead can apply for a car loan, personal loan, business loan, mortgage, etc., etc. And as the application completes, it comes to the processing. And in the processing pool, in the processing system, the system using the automation, it's everything is automated. Like our AI model will help in ID verification, loan application verification, then the income and employment verification, then the credit bureau verification, and if there is any asset, then the business verification, building verification, and other kind of asset verification, whatever, and whatever the other things they have. And then if everything goes perfect, if everything goes on the right direction, it will gonna push to the QuoteShack pool. When it comes to the QuoteShack pool, it will be viewable by the lender from their dashboard. So they can view the applications, and whichever application they feel like is appropriate based on their risk metrics, they can select that application and they can process the application from there on. So, and on the meantime, if they wanted for any kind of document, extra document, or they want any kind of information from the loanee or the applicant, they can directly communicate from their dashboard. They can message, they can interact, they can collect documents, upload or download any kind of thing. And who are the lenders for us? Who are the lenders for us? The lenders for us can be an individual lender. Individual lenders mean a person who has some sort of uh, net worth of 1 million or more. Then institutions means banks and other financial institutions. Then there can be private and semi-lenders, they can be private lenders, and the credit unions. So let's move to our next slide. The next slide is more about dashboard features. What are the features the lenders and the loanee can get on their dashboards? So let's see. So for the loanee, it's more of like they can get a loan application, then they can get a document uploading, then the communication with lender and the agents, then a pre-screening. Pre-screening is more of like they can check their profile, which institutions would be appropriate for them, rather than running behind all the finance institutions, or rather than going to an agent and ask for advice or for any kind of uh, verification, like what my profile would be best for. They can just pre-screen their profile and they can check which way or which institution they would be perfect for their loans or mortgage, and they can directly go to that application, to that institution, or they can apply through us and we can send the documents to that institution. So, and the calculator and the tracker. Tracker is more of like a loan tracker. If somebody applies for a loan or for a mortgage through QuoteShack, they can track the loan application from the very first stage. What are the stages they are going through? That's mean if it pushes from one stage to another, they would be notified. And before the bank uh, approves, every stage would be notified for them. That's more of like a tracker. And then then comes the lender. The lender is more will be getting the application and the credit bureau processing, then the documents upload and download, then communication with loanee as well as agent if they need to communicate, contact with the applicant. They can directly communicate. If they want to contact with the agent, they can directly contact. Then the verification report. We're going to come to the admin. The admin is the loan processing. The loan processing will have application and CV verification, then the documents verification, then the application verification, and the pool approval. Pool approval is for the admin. And then comes the last one is the agents or the semi-lenders. For them, they will have the application of the leads, documents upload and download, and communication with the lender and the loaning. So let's move to the next slide. A journey of a loaning. It's just a simple 5-step journey for a loanee or the applicant. They sign up, they come to the dashboard, they find their loan, which loan is appropriate for them, and then they start their loan application and they submit. It will take hardly 10 minutes for a loanee to complete an application and submit. Then comes a journey of a lender or a finance institution. This the same five-step process. They're gonna sign up. They the institution will have their own dashboard. They can select application from the app, from our QuoteShack pool, and after that they can the verification report if required. They can ask for the documents. Verification report is more of like when the processing is done, every application will get a verification report, automatic verification report from the system. And on the verification report, it will be mentioned the risk metrics, the verifications that the system has made, the employment, the income, the credit bureau, and everything would be attached, and that's more of like a verification report. So when a financial institution or a lender will see the verification report with the application, the verification report will make them clear about the status of that application, and based on the risk metrics, they can select the application. And last is the institution will analyze and the approval from them. And so before we go, it's more of like I'm gonna explain you the steps processes, that how it works. QuoteShack website. So the QuoteShack website, uh, uh, the lead of the applications will come from finance workshops, meetup events, online community, and from social media. And then the next step is the application. Application can be done for mortgage, personal loan, car loan, business loan, etc., etc. And the processing stage would be apps and docs verification. That means whatever application comes in, each application will be verified. Documents would be verified. Income and ID verification. That means if somebody puts an income of a business income, it would be verified. Then if somebody puts a job, then the job and other employment verification would be done. Then the system will use digital footprint analysis and credit data analysis before the application is sent to the QuoteShack pool. So it's more of like I'm going to say each and every application will undergo through credit data analysis, digital footprint analysis, email analysis, phone analysis, IP analysis. As a result, the apps in our pool will be real, and removing frauds and reducing credit risk. Thanks for participating, and let's see you in our next slide. So the last slide is more of like, if you guys have any question, you can just put down in our comment section. We are ready to answer. So using QuoteShack, use QuoteShack to get your team to work on more deals and higher closing. So that's everything for today. Let's hope that hopefully by coming 2 weeks we'll be able to give you the full demo of the app, and uh, the process. Definitely I'm gonna do a video on the app, how the app works and what are the features. I'll show the dashboard for the lender as well as for the applicant. Hopefully in coming 2 weeks we'll be ready to launch. We are at the pre-launch stage working on the QuoteShack, uh, targeting by the end of the October, we'll be releasing the MVP in the market. Thanks for everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye for now.